In communities throughout the United States, the Boy Scouts Distinguished Citizen Award recognizes noteworthy and extraordinary leadership. Honoring distinguished citizenship delivers a message to our youth that character counts. Tonight, the Long Beach Area Council of the Boy Scouts of America is proud to recognize two outstanding leaders and examples of what it means to be a distinguished citizen. Chief Mike DuRee and 5 generations of his family have made Long Beach their home for their entire lives. Born and raised in Long Beach, young Mike showed a very early interest in firefighting. DuRee joined the Long Beach Fire Department in 1994 after a stint in the U.S. Marines and the First Gulf War. He is a 5th-generation Long Beach City employee and a 4th-generation firefighter, and was named Fire Chief in 2012.
My family's history extends a little beyond the fire department. I'm a 4th-generation Long Beach firefighter, and I'm a 5th-generation city employee. So my great-great-grandfather, Squire, was the superintendent of the recreation department here in Long Beach, and he started with the Miller family, the Long Beach Lifeguards. And then my great-grandfather, Alan, his son, was a firefighter here in Long Beach and ultimately became the fire chief in 1933, and he served in that position until 1946. So he became the fire chief right after the big earthquake here in town. And then my grandfather, Stan, after he got out of the Navy from World War II, became a firefighter here in 1946, and he served until 1976. Then my father, Rick, who's still very active in our community, came on the department in the early 70s and retired in 2001 as a deputy chief. And then I came on the organization in '94, and luckily I get to serve as a fire chief now. So it's a deep-seated family history and tradition here in the city, and especially with the Long Beach Fire Department, and I'm certainly honored to be in the position that I'm in, representing the men and women that I do.
Throughout his career, Chief DuRee has taken an active role in numerous community groups and local nonprofit organizations that seek to improve the quality of life in Long Beach, including the Long Beach Rotary Club and the Greater Long Beach Area Boy Scouts.
It's about my father in some respects, because from a young age I learned clearly that in order to be a productive member of this community, you have to give back. You have to volunteer your time, and you have to be engaged in various community organizations and groups and donate your time freely. I distinctly remember being a very young boy when my dad was a firefighter here and going to like the Special Olympics and barbecuing for them and providing food for them, or various other nonprofit organizations in town. Scouting it's a big importance, both personally and professionally. I place a great deal of emphasis on it. The recent academy class that we just had graduate, we graduated 28 people, and of those 28 people, 26 of them had scouting experience, and many of them had been Eagle Scouts, had achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. By and large, in public safety, scouts are the people that pursue careers in public safety, police or fire or EMS. And so we've had good experience over the years drawing from that pool of kids. As they come up, they kind of seek that they want to go into the public safety arena. But we have a very active search and rescue group that is part of scouting, that is kind of a feeder system into public safety and police and fire, and that program is overseen by police officers and firefighters. As the fire chief, when I'm looking at someone's resume and I see that they are an Eagle Scout, or that they've been active with their local troop or active with scouting coming up, it tells me something about their character, tells me something about their drive, tells me something about their willingness and wanting to give back to the community. And it really is a positive thing for me. I look very positively at it on their resumes. I got into scouting when I was in elementary school at Lowell Elementary School in a Cub Scout pack, and ultimately became a Webelow, and moved on up and became interested in the search and rescue program, and I did that when I was in high school for a while. I didn't pursue it for a long period of time because in high school at the time I was really interested in surfing, and there were other interests that kind of drew my attention away. And I kind of regret that now in my adult years. I really, now that I interact with the Scouts on a regular basis as the district chairman for the Los Fierros district, I really regret not pursuing scouting to the point where I could myself become an Eagle Scout, because I really look favorably on that. Any kids that I come in contact with, whether I'm going up to do a scouting presentation at a local troop, I always talk about my involvement with scouting, and I talk about how it really does establish a good foundation for the future for you, so stay with it because it will only prove to be beneficial.
Chief Mike DuRee along with his lovely wife Amy and their daughter, continue to make Long Beach their home and to support its many social and civic organizations.